So let me tell you where I actually got all these concepts from. And it comes from Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, you name it. You name the billionaire, and the strategy and the concept actually comes from them. And so what they have is what's called a family office. And so a family office is reserved for people who have $50 million or $100 million or more in assets and assets to manage, whether that be real estate, whether that be stock market money, whatever that might be. And so they have all this money, and they create what's called a family office. Now, they really do this for two reasons. Number one is for tax efficiency. On your tax return, you can't write off more than 2% of your management fees based on your gross income, if you will. Now, so that doesn't really apply to many people unless you have over that $50 million or $100 million in assets. But the next step actually applies to everybody and is exactly what business owners have been looking for. So what they do is they have a whole team. They have a team of financial people, whether it be financial advisors, CPAs, tax attorneys, all sitting in an office that they call a family office. Now they do it for that, it's called carried interest, what I explained to you first. They do it for that tax efficiency and be able to write off those management fees. But really they also do it because these financial people analyze every one of their financial transactions. Now let's look at what we've put together. So LBS is that family office, and so unlike them who have a specific family office catered to just them, there's a concept out there that is a virtual family office or a multi-family office. And so like I like to coin ours as a virtual family office. And so really when you put together everything that we have a virtual family office for you to analyze every one of your financial transactions. I mean, if you look at just in the last few weeks of what I've done through analyzing financial transactions for people, is I went to 3 banks with one of our clients, and I got her a loan from Chase Bank. Now, you can go out there and go get this loan, but what I did that was a little bit different, and just give you an idea of having somebody like us working for you, is I pitted 3 banks against each other. I got one bank to totally change their offer, even though the other banks weren't even coming close. So by having somebody who understands how to navigate these situations, you're going to get better loans. You're going to get better capitalization for your business. Now that was just one. One thing is merchant accounts. You know, we can totally eliminate your merchant account fees through a service fee strategy. We can drastically almost cut your merchant fees typically anywhere, you know, from 25% to 50%, or we could just do an audit on your merchant fees and cut them by 21%. Now those are just a couple things I've done over the last couple weeks. Now I've done full financial strategies and full tax strategies where we put other entities in place to help maximize. We'll talk about, you know, a captive insurance. There's a litigator earning $6 million in pre-tax profit. If you know anything about a litigator, is they actually work for free, and if they lose, it's pro bono. And so that can be devastating to a litigator's office and business. And so what we can do is we can help them insure that. So now we're looking at the whole business, insure against those loss through captive insurance companies. I can keep going on and on, but there's cash management. You know, another company, they couldn't get their merchant account and their CRM to talk to their QuickBooks Online in an efficient manner to give them the proper information. So we went in there, we brought our tech guy, and we brought our CPA, and we fixed the problem. And now we saved that person you know, the employee cost. They were paying somebody full-time to do that at $35,000 a year, and we're totally drastically reduced that cost by just taking over those services. So ultimately what we're able to do is by putting in this kind of team that the millionaires, the multimillionaires, 100 millionaires, and billionaires call a family office, we're able to put together a virtual family office and specifically take a look at your business, analyze all your financial transactions, and really maximize what you're currently doing. Whether that is through the debt through your business and recapitalizing that, whether that is helping expand your business and getting you some debt from banks, whether that is raising outside money, whether that is looking at your fringe benefits, your retirement accounts, your fringe benefits for your employees, and making sure we're maximizing them. How do we maximize the fringe benefits and the tax-free fringe benefits for you as an owner in your business? business? How can we take a look at those merchant processing fees? How do we do cost segregation on your commercial real estate? How do we look at your personal assets and make sure that you're insured properly? You know, one thing I've been doing, quite honestly, is we're at the top of an economy, we're at the top of a market, but as a business owner, you still got to be long in this economy. So one thing we've done is to hedge a little bit against that. I've urged some business owners to keep money in cash, as well as possibly putting some of their assets in gold, because if the business falls and the dollar falls, then gold will help hedge against that possibly. So there's different strategies as a business owner when you come to LBS and look at us as a virtual family office that we ultimately want to put in place for you, because we understand business owners and understand the financial landscape. And by having tax attorneys and CPAs and financial consultants that work here, fiduciaries, we're going to do the best thing that's in the best interest of the client. And so really, for me, when I look at a client and we say, hey, we can lower your merchant fees by 30 or 40%, just for instance, it opens up all the other avenues. You know, we could put executive retirement, executive rental agreements in place that could help you drastically utilize your capital more efficiently. So there's a lot of different strategies that we could put in place that we customize to every business. And so when you look at a family office, they're only combing through that individual, Warren Buffett's all his transactions and saying, how do we maximize this? Well, I do the same thing, and we do the same thing as a virtual family office to apply these same concepts to every business owner. And I put $15,000 in one of my friends' accounts or one of our clients' accounts, through a tax efficient strategy we have. And she was coming to my house, and her and my wife were going to a concert at the United Center. She was trying to get me to do a shot. She was so ecstatic because CPAs are not offering this proactive advice. And we want to offer this type of service that's a virtual family office. We're going to comb through every one of your financial transactions, and we're going to be able to maximize and pick out, where can we help you with profit measures and revenue growth measures, and you're going to drastically increase the amount that is taken home from your business. I look at just the one I was telling you where the girl wanted to do a shot, with the lady wanted to do a shot with me because I put $15,000 back into her pocket through somebody's merchant fees, where we take from $79,000 to $55,000, to another gentleman where we were able to drastically reduce his tax bill from $200,000 to $100,000. We took that $100,000 in savings, and we were able to create $100,000 in assets for him each and every year. So whether you need to expand your business, whether you're looking for more profit drivers or for revenue growth drivers, we can offer those solutions for you as essentially your virtual family office, so you can get the same type of care and advice that Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are getting.